Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 3 of the free agency / trade period. I am recording this a little bit before the deadline today, so apologies if I do miss any. One that was after the deadline yesterday, after my recording, pretty much as soon as I hit record and publish online on YouTube, the trade went through. Well, the free agency move went through of Jaden Hunt. He officially joined the Eagles on a 3-year deal. Pretty solid move there for the Eagles. I don't mind it if you're being brutally honest. Also, today we had Blake Acres, the former Docker, now joined the Blues on a 3-year deal for a future third-round pick. Very interesting. Josh Corbett is nominated the Fremantle Football Club, and a deal that is set to go through very soon while I'm recording this is Griffin Logue and Darcy Tucker are both going to join North Melbourne from Fremantle. The details are as follows. The Dockers will receive North Melbourne's assistant the picks that they had to trade off the future second and third rounders of next year, and North Melbourne's future fourth rounder. In return, North Melbourne will get Griffin Logue, Darcy Tucker, and Fremantle's future third. So basically, in reality, in the main side of things, that North Melbourne are getting Logue and Tucker, and North Melbourne are getting future second and third rounders as the main sticking points for that. So a good trade for both sides, in particular the North Melbourne Football Club. So, we'll go through all that and some of the other trade names and see how long they will last. Josh Corbett is officially nominated the Fremantle Footy Club. Has some interest from Essendon and Melbourne. Chosen the Dockers. Good fit for them. Now, this is interesting. Will this lead to the Bulldogs potentially getting Rory Lobb? Fremantle have been adamant. But now they bring it a similar, well, not a key forward, but like the medium-sized forward like Gunston, Membry type is Josh Corbett. Be a good addition to the Dockers forward half, especially when Tabernar is always injured. Griffin Logue's obviously now departed, who played forward pretty much this year for the Dockers, with their heavily stocked backline, key defenders, that is. Corbett will be a good addition to the Dockers forward line, along with Lobb and Tabernar, especially if Lobb stays. That's that one. Jaden Hunt, as I mentioned before, 3-year deal for the Dockers late last night. So I like that move for the Dockers, for the Eagles, rather, Jaden Hunt. He can play off the half-back line. 3, he can play on the wings, got some speed. They even put him as a pinch hit forward. We'll have to wait and see. But that's a good move as an unrestricted free agent for the Dockers. Melbourne got Compo pick 52, I think it was. 53, 52. Pick in the early to mid-50s for the Demons. So, see there. That's Corbett. We mentioned Griffin Logue and Darcy Tucker. 2 solid moves for them. Blake Acres joined the Carlton Football Club on a 3 deal, as I said off the top, for a future third rounder. I still find it very interesting. The Dockers do their wheeling and dealing really good and have a tough stance as they have shown in previous seasons. I just find it interesting, though, that they gave up Blake Acres for essentially nothing for a future third rounder, which could be a pick in the mid to late 50s or even early 60s, depending on where Carlton finished. So, very interesting move. Great move for Carlton. So they're the confirmed trades as I'm recording right now. So some of the other moves that we can keep out on. St Kilda has shown some interest in Zane Cordy. The Western Bulldog unrestricted free agent ends on Friday. So if that's going to move as a free agent for Zane Cordy to St Kilda, if that's going to happen, it'll happen before Friday. So that move is a live possibility. St Kilda need key defender options, depth options at least. Sam Wiedemann, a key forward for Melbourne, contracted, but he's someone that St Kilda have shown some interest in, which I've exclusively revealed most recently on the Facebook and Instagram pages. Josh Bruce, I exclusively revealed last on a few clubs all over this competition have shown some interest in Josh Bruce. Contrary to the Bulldogs, fallen out of favour a little bit. People said he had some ACL injuries, sure, but a key point is if Lobb does come in, you're going to have Lobb, Jamara Ugle-Hagan, Sam Darcy. They wish they had Sean Darcy. Sam Darcy, Ugle-Hagan, Norton. And then if they have Lobb, so that Bruce is going to seem to fall out of favour. And if they're playing in the back line, they want to play Gardner, Keith. They're going to bring in Liam Jones, which is expected to drop today. The paperwork has been lodged. So while I'm talking and recording this just before the 5 o'clock deadline, that hasn't gone through yet. So we'll have to wait and see. That'll probably happen. If that does, I think Carlton's combo pick. While I'm recording this, it's going to be a third rounder. So whether that aligns with the Carlton's position on the ladder, will be the pick after that pick they would have in the third round. So just wait it and see. So that'll be in the 50s as well. So effectively nothing much. He had the year off, as we know why. Some other names, Brodie Grundy, he will get to the Demons. Both clubs agreed on that pretty much now. It's just a matter of the pick. Rankin will go to the Crows. Bose, as of this recording also, we're just after 4 p.m. of Victorian time, is deciding between Geelong, Hawthorn and Essendon. My gut feeling is he should pick Essendon purely because if he wants to play as an inside mid, Essendon are a club that's been starving for inside mids for a long time, and he would be a perfect fit. Now, in saying that, do I think he ends up there? Geelong is still the favourite. I just laugh at the comparison. People say, because Gary Ablett's a high advocate of Jack Bowes, it means he's going to go. The Gary Ablett hasn't been involved with Geelong for years, so I don't see what that comparison has to do with anything. People say Dangerfield likes him. Yeah, maybe he likes him now because pick 7's attached. I think Essendon would be the perfect fit for him. Hawthorn have got a lot of inside mids already. Warple, John Newcomb, Josh Ward. And if Tom Mitchell does stay, that's one. Speaking of Tom Mitchell, Collingwood have some interest. Hawthorn are playing it down at the moment. I think towards the end of the trade they'll cave in, but they're playing a hard bargain at the moment. He'll get to the Pies, more than likely. Where are we? Jacob Hopper will be done separately. GWS so far asked that minimum pick 30, future first in a player. I think that'll get done, and that player being linked is Ivan Soldo. So that probably will end up happening. So Brad Hill, the talk's dying down. Luke Jackson, Melbourne are killing themselves if they think they should have a top 5 pick back. Probably be pick 13 and future first will get it done, and maybe some shuffling of later picks. Lobb, as I said, still a question mark. Dunkley will get done later in the period. McStay should have been done already, so expect that to drop. If it doesn't drop in this next hour while I'm recording it, so that happen before Friday. Bobby Hill was a pie yesterday. Ben Long will get to the Gold Coast probably later next week. Billy Frampton will get a pie. That should be done pretty plain and simple, unless it's connected with a few deals. Lloyd Meek still has interest from Hawthorn. Ollie Henry will get to Geelong, you would think, but that might be later in the period. Paddy Dow mentioned yesterday. Blake Agers just mentioned. Junior Rioli, that one with the power is getting a little bit interesting. It'll get done. West Coast want more than pick 27. Even that's pretty generous for Junior Rioli. So, yeah, that's very, very interesting. Brandon Fiorini will get to the Pies, very likely. Tanner Bruin will get to Geelong. Toby Bedford will get, and finally, Toby Bedford will get to GWS. And Jason Horne-Francis, not much more news on that. Apparently, they're asking for Zach Butters, well, they're kidding themselves. But, of course, you've got to ask, start off with. It'll probably be pick 8. I think Port's got pick 8, future first. And I think Port have denied it, but I think Miles Bergman might be the player. They go opportunity. His brother's at North Melbourne, and he's from Victoria, so it just makes sense there. Hope you guys enjoy these daily videos of the trade period. Any more news, you know to stick forward to my AFL information, trade rumours and results on Facebook, Instagram, AFL Info Live. Go subscribe here, right here on the YouTube channel for more daily news trade period content. So, you'll see a video tomorrow. Until then, take care, and let's see the Saints actually do something. Do something, Saints. Good.